Hi everybody, it's Becky. I work in the Youth Services Department of the O'Fallon Public Library, and today we are going to have our STEAM Club with our focus on science. Now this club meets on the second Monday of every month, and so this week what we are going to do is we're going to do some things with chemistry, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make some mixtures. So I've got some grapes here and I'm going to mix in some bananas, and then I'm gonna mix in some apples, and when I mix it all together I have a fruit salad. And really what I have is a physical change. A physical change is when all of the substances can be separated back into its original substance. But next we're going to try some chemical changes. All right, for our first experiment, get it? Egg. We are going to do a simple acid and base chemical reaction. Now this one takes a few days, but all you need is some vinegar, which is your acid, and some calcium carbonate, which is the shell of an egg, which is a base. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your egg into a jar, preferably. I've got it in a bowl right now. And then you are going to cover it with the vinegar. And what happens is bubbles start to form around the egg. And this is the chemical reaction that's happening. It is creating carbon dioxide, which eventually eats away at the shell and it leaves it very thin and rubbery. Now I've had this egg sitting in the vinegar solution for about 2 days, and as you can see, it's already made some changes. It's very rubbery and it's even kind of bouncy. Oh, but you want to be careful because just like an egg, it will break. If I put this back into the vinegar for several more days, it will get even more clear. And you can see the yolk inside even a little bit better. But like I said, just like a real egg, you want to be careful, because if you bounce it too much, whoa! Well, or play with it too much, it'll break. All right. This next chemical reaction should be just a little bit bigger. So I wanted to play it safe, and I've got my safety goggles and I've got my gloves. But again, if you don't have that, make sure that you have an adult with you to help you try this experiment out. All right? So here's what we need. First, we need some active yeast, and I've got mine already in some warm water. And it's getting, as it gets bubbly, as it starts to wake up, it'll get bubbly. So that's the number one thing we need to do. And then after I did that, I got a plastic bottle and a tub, because this could get really messy. And in my bottle, I put some hydrogen peroxide and a little bit of dish soap and some food coloring. Again, just to add something a little extra, something a little awesome, a little bit of awesome right here in this food coloring. All right. So, I think we are ready to try out the experiment. I've got everything in my bottle. I've got my bottle ready. I'm going to put my glasses on, and I'm seeing some bubbles, so my yeast is starting to wake up, and I'm going to add it to my bottle. Are you ready? Here we go. It took a little while, but we're getting there. I am sure glad I have this bucket, because this is going to be a great big mess to clean up. Now, you don't want to touch this right away because it's going to be hot. Chemical reaction is happening. The hydrogen peroxide is made of water and oxygen, and the yeast is a catalyst that takes the oxygen away from the hydrogen peroxide, which then gets trapped by the dish soap, and it forms a lot of bubbles like we see here. Now, this is a smaller reaction because my hydrogen peroxide is the kind I got at the store. It's what I had around the house. And it's a 3% solution. If you get one that has a higher percentage, you are going to get a bigger reaction than what we've got here. So again, give this a try at home, and after a little while, you can play in the bubbles. Okay, all these mixtures that we've made today have been a lot of fun, but there's a lot of practical uses to making mixture, both physical mixtures and chemical mixtures. So I'm going to make a mixture right now, and when I'm done, I want you to think about it. Is this going to be a physical mixture or is it a chemical mixture? And I am going to make Becky's world famous salsa. Okay, I don't really have any fancy video techniques. Anyway, I'm going to add tomatoes to my salsa, number one. I also add onions. You can put in as many or as few as you like. I have already added my lemon juice. I've added my garlic. I'm going to put in a few jalapenos. My family really likes it spicy. I really don't like it spicy, so just a few. And then I'm going to put in some cilantro. Not everybody likes cilantro. I love it. And then I'm going to put, the lid on my food processor. If you don't have one of these, you can use a food chopper or just chop up the ingredients really small. And I'm going to mix those ingredients. I'm going to make a mixture and mix them together. And pretty much they are pulverized. Now, I said at the beginning that a physical change happens when you can take the elements apart. Now, I'm looking at this, and like my fruit salad, I don't think I can just pick out the tomatoes and pick out the onions. So what do you think? Do you think this is a physical change or is it a chemical change? Okay, I've made my salsa. Now, what goes really well with salsa? Chips. And I don't have any chips at our house. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another mixture. I'm going to mix the flour tortillas that I have with the oil that I have, and let's see what happens. Okay, my oil is hot, and I'm ready to add my tortillas to the hot oil. Do you see those bubbles? A lot of people think that the bubbles form because the oil is boiling. What is actually happening is the hot oil surrounding the food causes water inside the food to evaporate, so little bubbles surface as bursts of steam escape to the food's exterior. Meanwhile, the sugars and proteins are breaking down, creating a new flavor and golden brown color. So what do you think is happening? A physical change or a chemical change? Most of the time we can recognize a chemical change because the new substance will be a different color, it will give off a smell, it will release a gas, it will give off heat, like in our elephant toothpaste experiment, or it will take in heat to make a change. While the tortillas are turning brown, they smell delicious. It is releasing steam and we are making these changes using heat, so is it a physical change or a chemical change? All right. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have the ingredients and the time to try some of these out at home, especially the ones that are a little more yummy. Remember, always have an adult with you, and if you give this a try at home, please take a picture and send it to my email, and that's Becky at ofpl.info. And I'll have some of these recipes on our website as well, at the library's website, O'Fallon Public Library, and that is ofpl.info. So I hope you'll give this a try because some of these experiments can be really yummy. See you later. Hey! Oh, I guess I'll share.